Basically, that's what you meant last time? With what thought are you giving a gift? With what thought are you giving somebody a meal? Right. With what thought are you going for a movie or for a cricket match or
doing anything?
Doing bigger things later on.
Yeah.
So finally I have understood probably that I feel that's the most important thing in relationships is how you think.
Absolutely.
So in the whole world, we are reading, do this for your husband, do this for your wife. So many beautiful cards I find the best cards in the card shop and still she's unhappy. Why? I never used to understand why my children are not happy after doing this, why my wife is not happy. Okay, I bought her the best diamond then. So now I realize that what you mean is that I have to check on my thinking first, whether the gift is cheaper or more expensive or less, doesn't matter.
And it's not only my thinking while in action, but my thinking anyways.
In general?
In general.
What I think about you?
Yes.
What about think about myself?
Absolutely.
And what about think about the whole relationship between you and me?
Absolutely.
All that?
Yeah, because whatever I think about you is energy. It can be in your presence. It can be even if you're in another country. So it's my thinking while I'm doing something. It's my thinking while I'm with the person. But it's also my thinking just anyways. Even if I'm not with them, even if I'm not doing anything for them.
Or even if I'm thinking about myself.
Yeah.
Look, I'm such a useless person. I cannot make my husband happy. I cannot make my children happy. My neighbors happy. My staff happy.
Yeah.
Nobody's happy with me.
Right.
I am dying and going low and low.
So because I'm sinking, then what's the vibration that others are going to get from me?
Further.
Yeah, because I've just used a perfume of negativity. So once I've used the perfume of negativity, every person is only going to get that fragrance from me. So it's very important.
I like this line, the perfume of negativity.
Yeah, you choose your perfume early in the morning, no? Which one you're going to carry with you today the whole day. And then the minute you enter into the room, your fragrance is the fragrance of that room.
How true. How true.
Normally people are looking at the face, the body language, because that's what we're taught out there in the industry. That personality, relationships, shake hands, have a smile on your face, pat them on their back, say hello.
I call it the air hostess smile.
Yeah, whatever. So they're talking only about personality outside, because they'll say body language, your word, every word has to be accurate. No one is teaching us how to think.
You're right.
And that's why so much effort outside, and even then the result is not what I want.
So we should have some schools where they teach you first how to think.
Brahmakumaris.
The school of Brahmakumaris.
Yes, it is.
Thanks to Brahma Baba.
It is. Brahmakumaris is the school which not only teaches me how to think, but it teaches me what to think, and most important, it gives me tips, tools, and also the power to create that right thinking. Now I need to stop and ask myself, do I need to learn how to think? Is there anything wrong with my present way of thinking? Because before I get into my field of relationships and interactions, not that we're out of the field, we're still there in the field, but because we're trying to bring about some changes in that field, now let's start from bringing the changes here. Because we've gone step by step. We first saw it's not about wanting, but it's about giving. And what I'm giving is going to be based on what I'm creating. So if I want a right energy in this relationship, I will only have to start taking care of what am I creating here in that relationship, or even otherwise. And which means every relationship will first come down to my relationship with
myself.
And no one ever taught us this.
It's a beautiful line system. My relationship with myself. As I said, that's the real soul connection. I was just laughing at this guy who was a using a screwdriver, and I saw that he was just correcting a loose connection there.
Right.
And there was no light, and we had to stop the shooting.
Right.
I was just thinking, look at that. Everywhere you cannot leave loose connections.
Yeah, because if there is a loose connection, there's no supply.
Of electricity,
Yeah.
of good energy.
Of love, of respect, because there's that loose connection. We was able to spot the loose connections, but we thought the loose connections were there. There was a problem there, or there was a problem here. But actually, the problem was only here.
Yeah, but actually he did that. He went everywhere, and finally he found out that the switch, it was the
On the
loose
light
connect-
itself.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So same here.
And what was the effort?
Yeah.
Just a little screwdriver,
Right.
tighten it, put it properly, use it.
And get the desired result.
So that's how you teach. What to think, what to think.
Yes. So even in our relationships, one, the problem is not in them. Two, the problem is also not between us.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is only the way I'm thinking, and I'm going to change that.
The problem is not between us, not.
See, earlier
on
we
the
thought
other
that
person.
the conflict in this relationship is because of them.
Yeah, because he's never happy.
He's not never happy, he doesn't do the right things, or he's not the right person, or his behavior is not right, because of which I'm stressed. So the problem is because of him. We always earlier have blamed other people for our state of mind.
Correct.
Always. So
I
I'm
still
not.
do it.
You still do it, but you're becoming very aware now. So you know when you're doing it, and while doing it, you can immediately see.
I keep correcting while doing it also.
While doing it, that's what's important. That is learning.
Yeah.
Learning doesn't mean, okay, today I've come to know and it's done today. Learning means I caught the tool today.
Halfway through, I just convert the whole thing.
That's
into,
important. So earlier we said, you hurt me, you upset me, I'm angry because of you, that other people are responsible for my state of mind. Then gradually we started working on ourselves, and we understood the other person is only a stimulus, and the stimulus comes from outside. It could be a relationship, it could be a situation, it could be a person on the road. It's a
How
stimulus.
I react.
How I react or how I respond, better word,
Okay.
is going to be my choice.
How I respond to that stimulus, it's me who chooses it.
Like just some time back, there was a sister who had come here to meet me. And she insisted on meeting, and we would have to probably stop the shoot and meet her. Of course, she was being very insisting, very adamant. And then, unaware, you said, she's so irritating.
Yes.
And so, while the mind said, she's so irritating, the mind conveniently said, it's she who is the cause of my irritation. She needs to change. Because till she changes, I will not come back to my
Normal.
comfortable, calm self.
Correct.
And so, we kept on asking her to change. She may change, she may not change. But even while she is in that process of choosing, deciding, wanting to change, not wanting to change, we're creating our irritation here. But we conveniently keep on creating because we say it's because of her. Now I just need to stop and say to myself, she's probably not behaving the way she should be behaving, but am I behaving the way I should be behaving? She is being very adamant, but who's creating my irritation? It's not her behavior which is creating my irritation.
Much better than earlier, sister. Earlier I would have shouted at her. I'd thrown her out. I would have said, get lost.
So even then,
at least here I said, okay, she's irritating that much. That's only 1%.
No, it's very good.
99% you haven't seen
I
this before.
agree, it's very good, but only a change in the sentence. She is irritating. I am getting irritated
because of her behavior. So I have a choice here to either get irritated or have a glass of water and say, please, can you please finish your meeting?
We will get irritated till we work on ourselves even deeper. We are getting irritated. It's not about fighting with myself why I'm getting irritated. It's just the awareness I am creating this irritation. Because this will bring the power back to you.
So, I just said irritating. It's much better than getting irritated. Having a fight, teaching her, and what do you think? Can't you see we're working? What?
That's fine. It's like saying earlier I would have been aggressive. I would have probably got up and said 2 lines to her, probably just asked her to leave very rudely. Today I didn't say that. So I look at myself and I say, okay, good.
Much better.
Much better.
But still not what you should be.
Even that's fine. See, transformation, working on ourselves doesn't happen in one day. It's a slow, gradual process, but we are aware of it. So today you're aware that earlier I would have probably got up and shouted. Today I didn't shout, but I got irritated. The only checking here is, it's not she who is irritating, because still I keep saying she is irritating, then I will say she is the cause of my discomfort. And I will stay uncomfortable till she agrees to do what I want her to do. And then my state of mind has gone into her control. And this is when in relationships we started saying, he upset me, he hurt me, it's because of him that I'm angry. This is the way I started living my life in relationships. They are the cause of my pain today. Now, just a little shift.
Why do we say that? Why do we play this blame game?
I have to put the responsibility on someone.
Why?
Because it's difficult to say to myself, I am choosing the irritation and I have the power to change. When I say, I'm hurt because of you, I don't have to do anything. Now you change, and when you change, I'll be happy. So I don't have to do anything. I'm right,
I'm
and
talking
you are
about
wrong.
why does a human being do this so comfortably and is very, very comfortable by just throwing the blame on others?
Because for my discomfort, I have to blame someone.
Yeah,
and if I say
taught?
I am the one who's creating it, then the complete responsibility for that comes on me. And then people will go to the extent of saying, are you trying to say people can do anything to us and it's we who have to keep on working on ourselves? Well, the answer is yes. And then they will say, how many times? 2 times, 5 times, 10 times? My husband shouts every day. And is it me who has to work on myself? Well, the answer is again yes. Because I have the power.
Of what?
Of working on myself, because I was the one who's creating it. Everything getting created here, I am the creator, not the world. The world is the stimulus. I'm using the stimulus and choosing my creation. But then whatever I create will be how I feel and will be what goes out. That sister came and behaved in whatever manner she wanted to.
She is like that, so she'll do that.
Whatever. You chose to create irritation, and while you chose that, who's going to be uncomfortable? She was not uncomfortable. I went and met her after that. She was fine.
Yeah, she's very happy making me uncomfortable.
No, she did not make you uncomfortable. See, this is where it is. This gets even worse.
She's got what she wanted to do. Right?
She did not want to make you uncomfortable. This is again another allegation that we put on other people. You love to see me unhappy.
In Hindi, they say, "Mujhe kabhi kuch nahi dekh sakta hai."
Actually, what they're trying to say is, I am not able to create happiness in response to his particular behaviors. But because I don't have the courage to say, I'm not able to create it, I say, it's because of him. I'm like this. And then I can live my entire life blaming the world for how I feel. But now, again going back to that sister, while you were creating that irritation, you are uncomfortable.
Right.
So
agreed.
It comes back to me. I can keep on saying it's because of her, but who's experiencing the discomfort is me. So now let me look at myself. I am uncomfortable. Who's choosing this and who's creating this? And if I am choosing and I'm the creator, then I can also change it.
I don't know about the choosing part, sister, but I definitely created it.
So you created it. So
I
you
don't know the meaning of choosing it. It just came out.
Because we're doing it
So I didn't have
unaware.
enough time to, okay, I have 10 minutes to choose whether I get irritated with her. Okay, she's going on irritating me while I'm shooting.
She's going on irritating me. No.
Okay, forget all that.
I am creating the irritation. Okay, even
where
if
is the
I'm not
time to
aware.
choose?
Okay, even if I didn't choose before, I'll choose now.
After she left.
Never mind. Because even if I think about it now, I'll be prepared for my next interaction.
So what is my choice?
Now, because even now it's on your mind, she was irritating. So if you carry that on your mind, that's your thinking pattern, then in your next interaction with someone else, again someone is going to behave in a manner which is not right according to you. And again that same belief system will say, he is now irritating. And then she is irritating. Very soon the whole world is irritating. And what we're forgetting is, I am the one who is creating the irritation.
I agreed with that.
In interaction.
I want to know how to choose.
Nothing.
It's my choice.
It's my choice. I can just say, okay, she's not behaving right. Okay, I'm going to tell her that we will meet you after half an hour. But I have a way of saying it, and I have a way of thinking while saying it.
But I'll be suppressing my emotions that time.
No, I'll be
Yes.
consciously changing it.
I'll be suppressing my anger and saying, sister.
That if you're suppressing it, is if you're doing it at the level of talking and behaving. But if you're having this internal conversation, I'm going to be comfortable while I'm going to go and say this to her. She may not be doing the right thing, but I have to be right. What's the point?
To get this
What's
strength.
the point in talking about how people are wrong? First being wrong ourselves while talking about them. How does one wrong have a right to talk about another person who's doing something wrong? And then every wrong is trying to correct another wrong, and the result is a big wrong. So in order to even be able to say to another person that you are wrong, even if we want to go and tell them that you're wrong, I will at least have to think and say it in a right way. Then my thoughts, my words and my actions will have some impact on them. And most important, I'll be comfortable while doing it. And very important, my relationship still remains intact. So even a wrong has to be corrected in a right way.
But why should
Children
we
make a mistake. Oh, because it's uncomfortable for us outside. Things can be uncomfortable outside. Her coming and stopping the shooting was uncomfortable to the work. Yes.
But her coming was God's gift.
Why?
Because I've learned so much.
This is learning. This is how we are learning at every step, actually.
I didn't say anything bad so that I go and say sorry to her.
Sorry to yourself today.
Sorry, Mr. Oberoi.
I am creating the pain, and I need to say sorry to myself, and I need to tell myself I created it. The next interaction...
How does one say sorry to himself?
By stopping creating it. You know, when you ask someone to say sorry, what do you actually want them to do?
Don't do it again.
Don't do it again. That's all. So I inflicted pain. So in my interactions, in my field of relationships, my old belief system was, it's them. I've lived my life with this belief system. It's them. It's because of them this relationship is not working. So they need to change. Gradually, as we become aware of this, that they are the stimulus, I'm the response, this belief system drops. It's them. No, it's not them. Second thing happens is, it's both of us. Both of us need to do some work so that this relationship...
Is that wrong?
Explore.
Both of us have to work on ourselves.
Right.
You work on yourself, I'll work on myself.
Then this relationship will get right.
Yeah.
Right? But now, I may be ready to work on myself. Is it necessary that you're going to be ready to work on yourself?
He'll say, maybe one party might say, I'm okay, it's you, you've got to.
So then,
you're wrong, so you better go and work on yourself.
So then again, I might live my life saying, I'm ready to work on this relationship,
but not he.
But the other person is not ready, so this relationship doesn't work. So even that equation drops off.
What happens if one works?
That's the only solution.
Oh?
So it comes down, 3 options. It's them, they have to do the work. Second option, both of us have to do the work. And third option is, I'm going to do the work. And that's where all the power is. No dependency, no blame game, and most important, the solutions will come, because relationships is here. Relationships is not outside.
I seriously want you to tell us a few lines and meditation on how to improve or empower, energize, strengthen. And also I would like to continue this in the next episode.
Most important, just for today, we're going to work on this today in every interaction. Even though we've talked about it many times, even though everyone seems to say we've understood, this is how it works, and yet we're playing the blame game when we're going into relationships. So today, again, it's a homework for each one of us. Whatever
Both of
interaction.
us go somewhere to learn something. We have understood, and they come home and say, I understood it, not he.
Yeah. Again.
He again, in spite of this, he did not understand.
Right, you bet.
Yeah.
You know what happened? There was, when you said this, I remember there was this program we did, and the topic was facing challenges in life. And we were talking about this whole thing that we create our thoughts and feelings in response to other people. We had a whole 2-hour sharing just on this point, because you had to pull it apart from every aspect. And everybody seemed to have understood it at the end of 2 hours, that yes, I have to take personal responsibility and it's totally in my hand. And then at the end of it, there's this lady who comes up to me and says, sister, tomorrow morning, what's the topic? I said, tomorrow morning, the topic is harmony in relationships. I'll get my husband tomorrow. I said, 2 hours gone. This, because it's so deep. It's very, very deep. That it's the other person who's responsible for how I feel. And so if they change, everything will be fine. And we're all waiting for the other people to change. And that's why today, the whole day, let's do a little homework. Every interaction, every relationship, every hello also that I have to say to another person, it's just going to be me looking at myself. They didn't smile properly at me. They didn't say good morning to me the right way. So why should I respond back? Forget all that. Too much wastage of time and energy. I will only see today what I have to think, speak, and do. Because my response is totally in my control. My way of saying good morning is not dependent on whether you wish me or don't wish me. It's totally me. My relationships are here. My thoughts, feelings, and emotions. I am the creator, irrespective of the stimulus. My response is not dependent on stimulus. My response is my choice, irrespective of stimulus. The role of the stimulus is only the trigger for me to start choosing my response.
What is the thing which has to be strong to choose?
Awareness that I am the creator.
And to be aware, what part of your Atman or soul has to be strong?
The mind.
So to make the mind strong, can we have a
Little
short
meditation?
Meditation for that?
I, the creator of every thought and feeling. Let me see myself today in the interplay of relationships, one after the other. Every time I meet someone, what I think, feel, and then do is my choice. The stimulus is outside, but I am the creator of the response. And my response decides the quality of my relationships. My response decides how I feel. My response decides what energy I send out to them. And that creates the quality of my relationship with them. And that response is totally my responsibility. Let me see myself today, irrespective of whatever happens, whatever they do, however they behave. I focus on my response. And today, I will remain stable with the awareness I have the power. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Relationships are not only what we do or say to each other, but are built on the basis of what we think about each other. Our thoughts when we are with people or when we are not with them are vibrations, and these vibrations travel to them. This is the first level of communication. Our thoughts create our aura. The quality of our thoughts is like the perfume we use. In our every interaction, we carry our fragrance with us. Every relationship will first begin with my relationship with myself. If there is a conflict in any relationship, the problem is not with them. The problem is not between us, but the problem is the way we are thinking, and that is the only thing we can change. People and situations are not responsible for the way we feel. They are only the stimulus. Our responses are the thoughts, feelings, and behavior which we choose and create. Tomorrow we will start checking our quality of thoughts. If you wish to discuss your problem or have a question to ask or want to know your nearest Rajayoga meditation center, write to us at awakeningwithbks@gmail.com or call us on 099 99 744